Hands down, episode 7 is the best episode of the show. Easily. I enjoyed this more than I did episode 1, episode 2, and even episode 3. This is hands down the best episode of the entire show so far. There's a lot of things about this episode I liked. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about that I liked is Hoke and Mei. Now, I'm not going to call him Hoke, that just seems like a mouthful. I'm going to call him Groot. And obviously, yeah, Groot has more letters, but I just think Groot sounds better, and it was the first impression I had of him. So, I'm calling him Groot for the rest of the series. And now that I know he's immortal and he's never going to die, I'm calling him Groot forever. So, anyways, Groot wants them to release Mei, and he's like, okay, I'm going to tell you the information you need and everything about the elixir and the island. So, they decide to go with him. For the main purpose of taking a shower, which is crazy. That Kunoichi girl is different, bro. But they go with him and he basically starts explaining the different types of creature and zones on the island. That there are three sections. One with forest, where the first 6 episodes took place in. One with like civilization or wherever they are, the second region. And then the middle one, or the closest innermost part of the island, has the elixir. And it does exist. And then he also describes that there are people out there called the Tensen, and these two beings are the two women or women-looking creatures we saw tongue kissing last episode. And now I feel very conflicted because the blonde one just turned into a dude and was squaring up with the Bandit King. And also, speaking about the Bandit King, everyone is just dying at this point, and I can't say that it's not interesting, but it kind of like I wouldn't say heartbreaking, but everyone's just dying. All of the people that were here from Jump are majority of them are just gone, and it was just foolish. Just gone. Yeah, and of course, that's just how it works. It's a suicide mission basically, and they were gonna die anyways if they didn't, bring the thing back home. But I feel for the Bandit King, it seems as if him and his brother are going to exit the story now. But I think maybe he's going to survive. Maybe he's going to pull up. I hope he doesn't die. But then again, I thought Aizen was hot shit, and here we are. He died the 3rd episode. So R.I.P. to the Bandit King, but I can't say I didn't enjoy him while he was there. I enjoyed his presence, but R.I.P. to him. The Tensen, they're immortal, godlike beings now, and I know that you can't really kill them. And he also said that no one can really leave the island, which is even worse now that I think about it. Because no, they actually can't leave. They can't leave with information that they got. Of course, they wouldn't want to leave because they're gonna die anyways. But I think that the Tensen, or the way how Groot explained is that the Tensen, no matter what, they're gonna come for them and kill them, so they can never leave the island safely. And that's honestly scary. And the fact that Gabimaru was struggling with basic things, basic creatures. Some of the creatures on the island he was struggling with. He even struggled with a human being, the Hulk dude that he killed the other episode. Or I shouldn't say him. Sagiri killed the other episode. He was struggling with that thing. So I don't see how this man's going to score up with one of the Tencent, bro. That makes no sense to me. But I just want to see how the story can progress from here. Another thing I want to talk about is Gabimaru, Sagiri, and Mei's conversation. Although Mei can't talk, obviously. But the conversation they had in the bathroom. And Gabimaru was reflecting on, his wife. And this man constantly thinking about his wife. I mean, that's his driving force, by the way. So, understandable. But his wife taught him so many moral and she basically taught him how to have a soul or heart or however you want to put it, emotions, basically. And how the episode ended with him saying, you don't have to cover your scar. And he's talking about how beautiful Mei is. And it was really a heartfelt moment. And it really shows development for Gabimaru, as well as, the bond between Gabimaru and Sagiri might grow stronger because she's understanding him even more, because even she didn't expect that. But I really like that scene, how there's a parallel between Mei and his wife due to the scar that they have. I'm interested to see what the deal is with Mei. I don't think that the Tencent can have children, but I have a theory that Mei is the offspring of the two Tencents we saw in episode 6. So, I mean, yeah, it does make sense because one of them had pink hair like me, and the other one had yellow hair, and the other one could turn into a dude. But they don't have genitalia, so I don't think they can reproduce. But if they could, I think Mei is one of them, but she's probably like a long lost child. I don't know her backstory because Groot didn't tell the main characters that because it wasn't of any importance, and that's not the point. The point that he wanted to give them was the basis of the island and how it operates and the things and everything like that. But as said, I feel sorry for Bandit King. If he's dead, RIP. I want to see what they're gonna do now. I have no faith that these people will survive because this show is pulling a season 1 Attack on Titan. Anybody can die. Everyone is dying left, right, and center, basically. And also, logically, I just don't see Gabimaru even doing anything to the Sensen. So I'm kind of worried about them because he was struggling before. So I'm kind of worried about them to see how they're going to defend themselves against, threats like that, godlike threats. But yeah, how the story can progress from this point on, it just piqued my interest because before we were getting ifs and buts and theories and conspiracies about how the island operates. Now that I know that this is how it works, I'm much more invested and I want to see what else can happen on the island and see if there's other creatures there that they're gonna come across. I'm just all for it now because now I have accurate information and I just want to see what the gang are gonna do from this point going onwards. I hope they survive. I don't want to lose any of them too soon. Although I'm really only attached to like 3 characters so far. I just want my man Gabby to, get his wife back or see his wife again. And that's all this man is really thinking about. And there's also some more. I also forgot to mention in the previous review that I do think that his chief took the elixir. I think he ate it because that's the only way he didn't die when all of the clan members were trying to jump him and like trying to kill him and he was demonstrating how he can die. So I do believe that Gabimaru does know. I mean, it's been foreshadowed in other episodes, but I think that he does know that it truly does exist and that I think his chief has had the elixir of life, which is why he's kind of immortal in that sense. But there's nothing for certain. Only the future of the show can tell, and I'm just here for it. Episode 7 is the best episode so far, and I hope that they really elevate and capitalize on this episode. Because this is just, it's good. It had everything. The information wasn't boring. There were good scenes. Like, it felt like a little filler episode, but information dump at the same time. But it was just wholesome, and I really liked it. I think just the fact that there were more characters introduced and, more balanced, that, yeah, but all things considered, I like this episode. This is like the first 10 out of 10 episode from Hell's Paradise, in my opinion. I think episode 8 can just up it more, so yeah, I'm off to episode 8.